Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm John.
And I'm Emma. Today we're going to talk about something that, honestly, happens to me all the time.
Yeah, we were just talking about this before we started recording.
Right. So, before we jump into that, maybe we should introduce ourselves a little bit for people who are new here?
Oh yeah, good idea. So I grew up here in California. I've been teaching English for about 8 years now, and I really love working with students who are learning English, especially when they're just starting out.
That's cool. I'm from Texas originally. I moved out here about 5 years ago. I work in marketing, but I also do some translation work on the side. And I speak Spanish and a little bit of French, too.
Oh, that's awesome. So you know what it's like to learn a new language.
Exactly. And that's kind of why we wanted to talk about this today. Because even though I speak other languages, sometimes when someone speaks English really fast, I panic. It's like my brain stops working.
Yeah, I see this with my students all the time. They'll be doing great, They can have conversations, they understand me when I speak at a normal speed. But then a native speaker comes along and talks really fast, and suddenly they look like,
Like a deer in headlights?
exactly. That's the perfect way to say it. So actually, I think a lot of people don't realize this is totally normal. It's not because you're not smart. It's not because you're not good at English.
Right. I think that's what people need to hear first. Because when it happens, you feel kind of stupid, you know?
Yeah. So let me ask you, when was the last time this happened to you?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so last week I went to get coffee. You know that place downtown?
Which one?
The one near the park. Anyway, there was this barista working there, really nice guy, but he was talking so fast. He was asking me what I wanted, and he was like, "Do you want the usual or would you prefer a cold brew today?" And I was just standing there. My mind went completely blank.
Oh no, that's funny. But actually, that's a perfect example because even native English speakers sometimes have trouble understanding someone if they talk that fast.
Really?
Yeah, I have a friend from New York, and when he gets excited, he talks incredibly fast. And sometimes I have to ask him to slow down. I'm a native speaker, and I'm asking him to slow down.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. So it's not just a language learner thing.
No, not at all. But I think there are some reasons why it's a bit harder for people learning English, and I think that's important to understand.
Yeah, okay. So what are the reasons? Like, why does it happen?
Well, there are actually several things going on at the same time. First, your brain has to do a lot of work when you're processing a foreign language. It's like, you know how when you're trying to read something in a language you're learning, it takes longer?
Mm-hmm.
Your brain is translating. You're listening. You're trying to understand the grammar. You're trying to recognize the words. All of that is happening at the same time. So when someone speaks slowly, your brain can keep up. But when someone speaks fast, suddenly there's too much information coming in, and your brain can't process it all.
Oh, that makes sense. It's like my brain gets overwhelmed?
Exactly. Your brain gets overwhelmed. It's like trying to drink water from a fire hose, you know?
Yeah, I know that feeling.
And here's another thing. When someone speaks slowly, you have time to hear each word individually. You hear hello, that's one word, how, that's another word, are, another word. But when someone speaks fast, all the words kind of blend together. They become like one long sound.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's what happened at the coffee shop. I couldn't even tell where one word ended and another one started.
Right, and that's called connected speech. Native speakers do this naturally. We don't say, hello, how are you? We say, hello, how are you? It's all connected. But if you're not used to that, it sounds like gibberish.
It really does. So is that something that just gets better with time, or is there stuff you can do about it?
Oh, there's definitely stuff you can do. But I think before we get to that, there's one more thing that I think is really important to understand, and it's about anxiety.
Anxiety?
Yeah, when you panic because someone is speaking fast, that's not just about your brain not being able to process the information. There's also an emotional component to it. You get nervous. You think, oh no, I'm not going to understand this. And then your anxiety goes up, and it makes it even harder to focus.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Like, the more nervous you get, the less you can actually hear?
Exactly. You're panicking, so your body is in this stressed state. And when your body is stressed, your brain doesn't work as well. You can't focus, you can't process information as well. It's like your brain goes into survival mode.
Wow. So it's kind of a cycle then. You get nervous, and then that makes it harder to understand, which makes you more nervous.
Yes, that's exactly right. And that's actually good news, because if we know that anxiety is part of the problem, then we can do something about it. We can work on both the listening skills and the anxiety.
Okay, yeah. So what about when you're listening to native speakers, like on TV or in movies? Does it get easier if you watch a lot?
Great question. And yes, it does get easier. But here's the thing. You have to watch in a specific way. If you just sit there and watch without thinking about what you're doing, it doesn't help as much as if you're actively trying to understand.
Oh, really? So just listening to English a lot, that's not enough?
It helps. Passive listening is good. It trains your ear. You start to get used to the rhythm of English. You get used to how words sound. But if you really want to improve, you need to do active listening too.
What's the difference?
Well, passive listening is like you're cooking dinner and there's an English podcast on. You're not really focusing on it, it's just background noise. But active listening is like you're sitting down, you're really paying attention, you're maybe taking notes, you're rewinding if you don't understand something, you're trying to catch individual words. That's different.
Okay, that makes sense. So if I want to get better at understanding fast English, I should, what, watch movies and really pay attention?
Yeah, movies are good, but I think there's something even better, actually.
What?
Watching things that you already know. Like, if you've already watched a movie in your native language, watch it in English, or watch it with subtitles. That way you already know what people are saying, you know the plot, so you can focus on just listening to how they say it.
Oh, that's clever. So your brain doesn't have to work so hard to understand the content because you already know what's happening?
Right, you can focus just on the listening part, and gradually you'll start to recognize more words, you'll start to understand faster, and your brain will get used to the speed.
That's really helpful. Can I ask you something? I'm curious. Do you still feel this way sometimes? Like, have you ever been in a situation where you couldn't understand someone because they were speaking too fast?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. When I traveled to Scotland a few years ago, I could barely understand anyone. The accent is different, but also a lot of people just naturally talk really fast there.
Really?
Yeah, and even though English is my first language, I was struggling, so it made me feel really empathetic to my students because I realized it's not about being smart or not smart, it's just about being used to a certain way of speaking.
That's cool that you had that experience. I think that actually helps you teach better, you know?
I think so too. And it also taught me that patience is really important. Like when you're trying to understand someone and they're speaking fast, you can ask them to slow down. There's nothing wrong with that.
Really? You can just ask them?
Yeah, of course. I do it all the time. I say something like, hey, can you speak a little slower? I'm trying to understand. Most people are happy to do it. They don't think you're annoying or anything.
Oh, okay. I always felt kind of bad asking people to slow down, like I was bothering them.
No, no, no. Most native speakers appreciate it. They want you to understand them. And honestly, if someone is not willing to slow down for you, that says something about them, not about you.
That's really nice to hear. So going back to what we were saying about anxiety, how do you get over that panic feeling?
Okay, so this is really important. One thing is, you have to accept that you're not going to understand every single word. That's not the goal.
Really?
Yeah, Even native speakers don't catch every word when someone is talking fast. So if you go into a conversation thinking, I need to understand everything, you're setting yourself up to fail. But if you go in thinking, I'm going to understand the main idea, that's much better.
So you're saying focus on the big picture instead of every little word?
Exactly. Listen for key words. Listen for the main idea. Is the person asking a question? Are they telling a story? Are they giving you instructions? If you understand that, you've got the main idea. And that's actually enough for most conversations.
That's interesting. I never thought about it that way.
And another thing, pauses. You can tell yourself that it's normal to panic a little bit. It's normal to feel confused. It doesn't mean you're bad at English. It just means you're challenging yourself, and that's actually a good thing.
Oh, wow. That's a nice way to think about it. Kind of reframing it?
Yeah, exactly. Instead of thinking, oh no, I don't understand, I'm so bad at English, you can think, this is hard, but I'm learning. This is good for me.
Nice. I like that. Um, I have one more question. What about people who are more advanced in English? Does this still happen to them?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have friends who speak fluent English as a second language, and they still sometimes ask me to slow down if I'm talking really fast about something I'm passionate about. Like I get excited and I just start going really fast.
So it's not just beginners?
No, it's not. I think it's a human thing, actually. Our brains can only process so much information at once, and when information is coming at us really fast, we need time to catch up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so if someone is watching this and they're feeling really frustrated because they panic when they hear fast English, what would you tell them?
First of all, you're not alone. This happens to so many people, including native speakers. And second, the fact that you're trying to understand English, the fact that you're learning, that's amazing. That's really hard. So be proud of yourself.
Yeah, and I think don't give up. Like, it gets better. It does.
It definitely does. And one more thing. Pauses. Be kind to yourself. If you don't understand something, that's okay. You can ask someone to repeat it. You can ask them to speak slower. There's nothing wrong with that.
And remember that native speakers also have people talk too fast at them sometimes, so you're not the only one.
Right. Okay, so just to summarize, turns to speaker two. What do you think are the main takeaways from this conversation?
I think the main thing is that panicking when you hear fast English is totally normal. It doesn't mean you're bad at English. It's just how our brains work. And there are things you can do about it, like watching movies you already know or focusing on the main idea instead of every word.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. And I would add, be patient with yourself. Learning a language takes time, and progress is not always fast or obvious. But if you keep practicing, you will get better. That's guaranteed.
That's a nice way to end it.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching, everyone. If this was helpful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions or if you want us to talk about something else, leave a comment below. We read all the comments.
Yeah, we love hearing from you. Thanks so much for watching.
Take care.
Bye.